guys, and welcome back to Art with Mo. Today I wanted to do some gesture drawing, so let's get started. The first one is going to be 10 poses of 30 seconds each. And then the next one will be 5 poses, 1 minute each. The one after that will be 2 poses, 5 minutes each. And the last one is going to be just 1 pose for 10 minutes. And I wanted to do some gesture drawing today because I need to practice on my body drawing skills. If you've seen my account, you notice most of the time I just draw heads because that's what I'm most comfortable with. But this year I'd really like to expand what I'm doing and try to do more dynamic poses and just bodies in general. So I decided to go to Line of Action, which is a website online and it's completely free. There is one where you can subscribe, I believe, and you can get feedback on some of the gestures that you're drawing. But for right now, I'm just doing the free one, and you can do it in class mode or just kind of a practice mode. And there's a way that you can go through the website and just click on what you're looking for. So you could do all male models or all female models, a mixture of both. You could do different age groups as well. And then if you're doing adults, you can also have nude references if you would like to do those as well. And some of these are nude references, but it's mainly in this first pose session of the quick drawing, so I didn't really get that in-depth into it. But those are there. They're an option to do nude poses if you'd like. And right now I'm just doing those first 10 poses for 30 seconds each. And this is part of the class session. I'm doing a 30-minute class session in this one. So right now it's just warming me up for the very last pose, which is going to be the 10 minutes. So I'm gonna stop talking for right now and just let you guys enjoy what's happening, and I'll come back in a little bit. After those sessions, I've been able to warm up a little bit. So for these 2 poses for 5 minutes, I'm able to actually add in some of the body features. So before I was just doing circles and lines or some ovals, but now I'm able to get some of the muscle shape and some of the fat that's on the body, and other objects. Like this lady here, she's standing on a box. And then once I'm all finished, I'm able to add a little bit of hair, and you can really see the form come together. Even with the ones that were a little bit quicker, you could definitely see the movement in the subject. But with this one, being able to add in some of those muscles and features into the body, you're really able to see the figure come together. I was having a little bit of trouble with this figure, mainly because my pencil was acting a little funny. Every time I tried to draw something, it would either shade or the mark wasn't actually showing up in the canvas. So I had to, do a little squiggly line real quick to make sure that my pencil was working, and then I just kind of pushed through and kept going. It doesn't happen in the next figure, but with this figure, I was having a little bit of trouble. I really liked this one because of the dynamic pose. Her hand is up and one is down and her leg is out. It was a lot of fun to draw. It was a little difficult, like I said before, not only because of the pencil, but just because I'm not used to drawing bodies like this. And I really liked the fact that I'm able to add in a little bit more detail with these longer poses. I think for future reference or for future knowledge, whenever I do these, I gotta make sure that my proportions are a little bit better, because I noticed that my legs seem to be either too small or they're too long, or it just doesn't match up with the torso. Because if I had the reference up next to this pose, then it would, like the body would look like the reference, but it's not accurate, if that makes any sense. So hopefully with all of these studies, I hope that I am able to get the proportions down just right. And here I'm starting the last pose, which is the 1 minute pose or the one pose for one. Sorry, one more time. This is the last pose that's going to be 10 minutes. So I actually started drawing it on the exact same canvas as the two poses for 5 minutes. So I had to copy and paste it into where it was actually supposed to go. And then I deleted the layer that I drew it on. And I also enlarged it so that it was bigger and I could actually kind of focus on some of those proportions a little bit better. But even in this one, I had a little bit of trouble getting the proportions correct. But I did enjoy doing this little study because I was able to, bring everything together that I learned from the warm up and the mid warm up to the very last session. And here is a little quick look of all the poses together. This reference is from Pinterest, I believe. I wanted to do a pose that looked kind of dynamic, something that I could do, and so I chose this reference for that purpose. I started out kind of small, so again, I enlarged the sketch so that I can kind of match it up a little bit better with the reference. And I'm still going with what I learned previously of doing the line of action first, and then doing the circles for the head, the torso, and the waist. And then with the legs, I feel like I kind of messed up because normally I would do just a circle and then I would make a line to that circle. And in this, I actually just did the circle and then I kind of, made the limbs up. I didn't really follow the reference. So I think that's the only thing that I would change. So for this one, I do sketch it out kind of free-handed, and then I will go back and kind of deepen up the sketch and make it look a little bit better. I believe that I actually ended up coloring this sketch later on, just flat colors, nothing too special. I'll try to put that up to the side here for you guys to see when this sketch is actually all finished, because I don't want to ruin it. Well guys, since this is the last sketch for my gesture drawing day, this will be pretty much the end of the video, but stay tuned so that you can see the colored version of this sketch at the end. And if you like this video, please consider subscribing, because I do a lot of these kinds of videos, a lot of draw with me's and sketch with me's, and sometimes even challenges. Most of the time it is on my iPad, but sometimes I break out that old sketchbook and I get right to it. So again, please consider subscribing so that you don't miss out on future videos, and like this one too, or maybe one of my older videos if you want to check those out. Bye.